like I just got out of bed. Well, technically I did. I was watching Booktube videos in bed and I look like it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My channel is A Hobbit's Tale. I don't know if we've ever introduced ourselves to each other. I'm Sunny and I'm here to talk about books. And today I'm wearing my reading hoodie, this soft, fluffy garment. Anyway, it's huge and I love it and it's so comfy. I feel cold, but not anymore because I'm wearing it. Anyway, we're here to talk about books, and today's topic is a book haul, because recently I have collected a small pile of books that I bought and ordered, and I want to show them to you. So the first thing you need to know about me is that I don't remember what the books on my TBR are about. I think I will like them, but I usually forget what they were about. I might remember something about them, why I was intrigued by them, but I like going into books blindly. I love knowing nothing about it and then getting to know everything while reading. And that's the type of reader I am, so I won't be able to tell you pretty much anything about these books. So the thing you probably get out of this video is that these are probably some books that I will enjoy, and then you will know a little bit more about my reading tastes. Maybe. I'm just excited to get to these books at some point, and I just want to show you the books that I'm excited about. First on my pile here is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I checked that out at some point and I still forgot. Anyway, I'm sorry, Celeste. The second book that I have is Radio Silence by Alice Altman. I don't really remember much about this either, but I just remember being really excited about this when I put it on my TBR. Then I have Frankly in Love by David Yoon, and I just think this is like YA contemporary romance, and that's something I will probably gravitate towards during the summer. Then I have this cute little paperback of The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and it's my third Brandon Sanderson book I own, even though I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson, but I just feel like I'm gonna love all his books. We'll see anyway, but I am super excited to get to this break. Then I have The Lies of Locke, Lamora by Scott Lynch, and this is also something I'm super excited about, and the booktubers I like to watch have talked about it and praised it, so I think I will enjoy it. Then I have A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro, and this is something I picked up because I loved the troll reviews, and this is also a YA mystery. Maybe I like a Sherlock Holmes retelling, so that's cool. Then the next one is Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake, and I think this just sounded really cool, how the three princesses or heirs to the crown have to pretty much kill each other to get the crown eventually, and I'm interested to see where this story goes and what the story is about. Then I have An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, and this is just pretty much because of Hank Green and sci-fi. Then I have The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, and this also sounded really interesting, how there are like these two guys and a girl, and one of the guys is going like sent to kill the girl, and one of the guys is like sent to marry her or something. I don't remember anymore, but you don't know which of the guys is which through this book until the end maybe. Next I have Oasis by Katja de Becerra, and this just seemed cool because like people on YouTube had gotten this from the book of the month, and just the line in the back, "The Oasis saved them, but who will save them from the Oasis?" sounds super cool to me, and even I don't know if I will like this, but at least that premises sounds cool. The next book I have is The Black Prism by Brent Weeks, which is the first book in the Lightbringer series. The magic system in this book sounded really cool, and I just feel like I will enjoy this. The last two books I got from the book depository were Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom in the collector's edition covers. I got this because I already started reading Six of Crows from my library, and then I had to return it, and I loved it, and I knew I would get these covers anyways. So I ordered these, and now I have them, and I can read it and I can love it. Then, before I get to the books I bought from our local secondhand bookstore, I want to mention my friend's book, Life on the Other Side. Let's show it this way. So this is a book about mental illness. The other side of the book is meant for a person with the mental illness, and the other one is meant for a person who is supporting a person with a mental illness. So for example, relatives and close people. If you know someone with mental illness, you can read this side. Anyway, so Jack Bridmore, my former soccer coach from when I was younger, has written this, and I want to support him. I haven't read this yet, but I wanted to mention this book in this video, so if you're interested in this, you can check it out. Then let's get into my secondhand bookstore finds. The first of them is Angels and Demons by Dan Brown in Finnish, because we have all the rest of the books in Finnish too, and this was the only one I think we were missing from this series. And now that I have this one, I can actually start reading all of them, because I think when I was younger I only read this one and the Da Vinci Code when I was younger, and I enjoyed them, but it would be cool to reread them and also read the whole series. Then I got The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell by Chris Colfer. I wasn't looking for this in the bookstore, but I'm so glad I found it, because it's been on my TBR, and I have had the whole Land of Stories like collection in my wishlist on Book Depository, and I just want to read this and explore this world and see if it's any good. And it just happened to be there amidst the Finnish books in the children's section, and I was so surprised, happily surprised. The next book I got was Champion by Mary Lou. I haven't read the previous books in this series, which are Legend and Prodigy, but I will probably get them later, but this was there. I have been wanting to read this series, and it wasn't that expensive because it's the used bookstore, so I was really happy to find this there. Then I also found some Witcher books. I'm really looking forward to reading the series. I was kinda disappointed with the Netflix adaptation, just because they only put out the first season, and it was kinda like we didn't even get anywhere with it yet. So I just want to get to these books, reading them. The ones that I found from the local bookstore were Baptism of Fire, which is the third book that isn't like those prequel things. I don't know what to call them, but it's like the third book. Then Blood of Elves, which is the first book, and Sword of Destiny, that is the second one from the first things. So I think you're supposed to read it in the order like The Last Wish, then Sword of Destiny, then Blood of Elves, then the one book I can't remember the name of, and then Baptism of Fire, and then there are 3 more books and 1 on the way. And I already ordered The Last Wish, so I can start with that. And then I also ordered the one that I'm missing between Blood of Elves and Baptism of Fire, so I can read like the first 5 whole book things I will have here. And then I can explore the rest of the world later, but at least I can get started with it. I guess we're at the finish line. The last book I got was the Chronicles of Narnia. I have never read these, I have not seen the movies. It would have been cool if I had read the books when I was a child, I think, but I'm still kind of looking forward to exploring this world as an adult now. And I just figured it was so cheap that if I won't like it, I can just sell it forward to someone who will like it. Or I can just read it to my kids when I have kids someday. Anyway, I will try to get to these at some point too. So, those were all the books that I have gotten recently. I think Angels and Demons by Dan Brown was the only book that I have read, even though I don't remember reading it because it was such a long time ago. And I'm in the middle of Six of Crows, but everything else was something that I've never read, but I think I will love. Maybe I should start keeping track of why I buy certain books and why I put them in my TBR, so the next time I do a video like this I can tell you what was the reason for me to buy them. I know it is because I think I will love them, but what was the reason for me? For example, like, was it the plot or was it just the cover, even though I think I never bought a book because of the cover. But anyway, maybe I should start doing that. This was one of the most pointless videos I've ever made because it had pretty much no actual content except I was showing you books that I bought. If you like this video, put a thumbs up and subscribe so you find my videos more easily if you like watching these, and I'll see you in my next video.